The Spring Fest at Ryder is a great way to celebrate Asian cultures with food and fun for everyone. Our reporters took a look at some of the festivities. The roads at Ryder have been snowy, but the reasons why may surprise you. We go in depth with why public safety has not plowed the roads yet. There was a speech competition this week honoring Martin Luther King Jr., and the results were amazing. Finally, NBS is taking a trip to Los Angeles in a few days. We talked to members about what the group does for Ryder's TV program. All that plus sports report and entertainment beat. The rundown starts right now. Hello, I'm Monica Switlick, and welcome to The Rundown. Our top story today is the battle on Ryder's campus regarding snow and potholes. Our reporter, Corey O'Neill, conducted an investigation as to what is really being done about this situation.
Over the past few weeks, New Jersey has faced severe winter snowstorms. I've decided to investigate how public safety and facilities have been dealing with the impact this winter season has had on Rider University.
Typically, when we know there's a storm of significance coming, we come in at the onset of the storm. We have ample equipment, we have a very good protocol.
We work very closely with facilities. We've got a great working relationship. When they're out there plowing, we're trying to do our part to make sure that they have safe passageways as they're trying to clear the roadways.
I think in most instances, our roadways and walkways are better than those in most communities. We've plowed snow when it's been coming down sideways in blizzard conditions. The sight lines get marred because of that, and we have to be cognizant of the cars that are in the parking lot.
If it were feasible, facilities could coordinate with students to have them move their cars the day before heavy snowfall in order to prevent getting plowed in.
It's very difficult to do that with the volume of cars that we have and the available of spaces that are called swing spaces, where you can move a set of cars into available spaces. It's probably not feasible to do that because getting in touch with everyone, having them move their cars by a certain time, and then move back is a logistical nightmare. However, Facilities has a program where you bring your ID to the facilities office with public safety and you can get a shovel to dig yourself out.
Facilities clears the roadways and they can't get too close up to the vehicles. We certainly make those shovels available for our community members, faculty, staff, and students to borrow.
If for some reason you get stuck, you can call Facilities and they will help push you out. Some of the other impediments that we've come across this year because of the amount of snow that we've gotten, we had a very difficult time getting sand and salt for treating the roadways because it was such in high demand in the Northeast that the municipalities were getting it before us. And so we were actually making our own mix for a while until we could get and replenish our stock.
While salting the roads takes care of the ice, it creates an even bigger problem: potholes.
We have a new method of doing pothole repair. We're very excited about it. We are now using a torch and a method where we take our leaf blowers and we blow the debris and the water out of the pothole, and we heat up the asphalt with a torch, and then we put this synthetic blend in that melts into the pothole that we've heated up, and then we roll over it and compact it. So this new method that we're doing has been very beneficial for us in this last week to be able to tackle the potholes. We've filled close to 100 potholes on campus.
Mother Nature certainly has had more than a few tricks up her sleeve during this winter. Luckily, it seems like facilities management and public safety have the resources to fight back. Corey O'Neill, Bronc Buzz.
Thank you, Corey. We had an event called Springfest, which was a celebration of the Chinese New Year. Our reporter, Lex, has more on this story.
It's the year of the horse here at Ryder Spring Festival. We're ringing in the new year with awesome food and wonderful performances by some of our very own Ryder students. Professor Wang and President Rosansky gave the opening speech to kick off the event.
超过220名山大学生来到瑞德学习。刚才
The food was quite a hit. Chicken, salmon, and rice were provided and were enjoyed by many. Many of our own students performed, as well as junior Timothy Tung. I asked his hopes and dreams for his solo act for the future.
I really want the solo act to grow into a band, but I don't think that's not happening anytime soon. So for now, my goals and dreams is to really win a Grammy. That's a dream. Goals is to actually make my music more popular in America rather than international countries.
I spoke to members of the dance group 6, Nicole Alvarico and Walt Lin, about their performance at the festival.
We basically performed a K-pop performance. K-pop is Korean pop music, and it's known for its high dancing and music. It's very poppy.
Walt Lin also gave us a little insight on what the Chinese New Year means to him.
I guess a year of new choices and opportunities that you should not miss, to try to take every opportunity whenever you get.
From all of us here at the Rider University Network, Happy Chinese New Year. For The Rundown, I'm Alexis Bonamassa.
Thank you, Lex. On Tuesday, a Martin Luther King Jr. speech competition took place, in which 4 students competed for a prize.
On Tuesday, February 25th, Rider University held a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I Have a Dream speech competition. Students had the opportunity to present their own speeches in regards to civil rights.
During my speech, I spoke about how the poverty are disenfranchised in American society, how it's a growing injustice, an injustice that we continue to ignore today.
I just love public speaking. I'm passionate about speaking out loud, being the voice for the generation. So I wanted to, participate in this competition.
Many students use this event to get their voice heard and let others know about the problems in the world. The students and staff worked very hard to make this event possible.
I brought the idea up to the student group that I work with, RHA, to see if they would be interested, and they loved the idea and they just kind of ran with it. RHA was talking about if they thought that this event went really well, that we would try to make it a traditional thing. And luckily, the Black Student Union, who puts on the events for Black History Month, they were so receptive to us participating and joining in and doing a program. So I'm sure that they would love to collaborate again next year.
There was a great turnout. It was a lot, about as much as we expected, but it exceeded our expectations and how enthusiastic everybody was. A lot of clapping. We had a standing ovation for our dramatic reading of MLK's speech at the beginning, which is really nice.
Everyone who attended the speech competition thought it was a huge turnout and hoped to see more events like this. For The Rundown, I'm Jennifer Guillen.
Thank you, Jen. The National Broadcasting Society on campus will be looking forward to going to Los Angeles in 2 weeks for the NBS conference. Chris gives us the details on all about the conference.
The National Broadcasting Society is hosting its 72nd convention. This annual convention is held in various cities across the country, but for 2014, it is set in Los Angeles. According to former NBS chair Scott Albaum, the NBS conference is designed to connect students with media professionals.
I was a conference planner for the last 4 years, and this year I'm contributing to the conference by planning a session for professional members. I am helping with the award show for the undergraduate student award video and audio awards program.
There are more than 50,000 alumni of NBS. Some members include famous and successful people, including Bob Costas, Walter Cronkite, and David Brinkley.
What I really love about this conference is the fact that there are panels that are not just generalized for just, oh, this is a panel on TV, this is radio. Like, they have news writing for radio, they have panels about television hosting and screenwriting, like all these different specific fields. So it really opens up a lot of doors for students who either don't really know what they want and want a little taste of everything, or for students that have a narrow focus and are able to network with professionals specifically in the field of their choice. So I think it's great. It can help students all around.
The NBS conference bridges the gap between professionals and students and gives the students the feedback they need to improve.
Yeah, I submitted 2 submissions last year. None of them won, but what I was able to get from it was the judges' critique sheet, and from that, and being at the convention and talking to professionals and networking a little bit, it kind of helped me know, to understand my mistakes better and kind of improve on the works that I had done last year, which aided me with the projects I worked on in 2013, which led to this year's nomination. So, thumbs up, I guess.
It just made me so happy and excited to see that not just my hard work, but their hard work as well is acknowledged.
The connections students gain at this convention can help build relationships which could lead to internships and job opportunities in the future.
Rider entered 40 videos and audio projects. We have 11 finalists in 10 different categories. So we did really well, and we're really excited to find out who the winners might be.
The National Broadcasting Society will bring opportunities and excitement for Rider students. For more information on the convention, go to nbsaero.com. For Rider University Network, I'm Chris Newrohr.
Thank you, Chris. That's this week's edition of The Rundown. I'm Monica Switlick, and from all of us here at The Rundown, have a great weekend.